Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on the European countryside. I love how I've just started recording. My dog's just gonna twang a metal dinner ball about. Right, yeah, let's crack on with what we may have to do here. What we've got down here, we've got nearly 1,000 litres of honey. Right, let's have a quick look in here. Oh, that's come in the shop. Now I know this sounds daft, but that is actually a good saving. That is something we may be looking at having to purchase. Yeah, I did that by accident, so I loaded the wrong menu. Yeah, so we need to look at honey. Yeah, I was looking at it last time I was in. We've got 3. We've missed honey. I wouldn't mind, but I checked it in April and it was a new high price. Okay, that did not go well. Wool is meant to be super, and wool is almost a new high price. And eggs, let's have a look. 4,100. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much wool, so I don't think we've really got anything to sell, which means we can just get straight on with a little bit of work. I have got this tiny little sheep pen here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not really the best. 18 sheep does not really produce us a lot of wool. Where did I park the Ford? Right, I parked the Ford here. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Right, I'm going to leave that here. Yeah, because if you remember at the end of the last episode, guys, I did that contract. We've got a few fertilizing jobs still left to do. Got some. Yeah, we're gonna crack straight on with them baling contracts today. I want to get them baling contracts done. Need to get these 3 baling contracts done. We can jump to the seeding and the fertilizing, depending on what time we've got left. We can do like 1 or 2 of them. Doing it that way. Canola's grown nicely. That's grown nicely over there. Everything is growing nicely. But I tell you what I will do. I will just put some skinny ties on. If I run into our crop now, I think I'm going to be devastated. But as you can see, we've got massive fields to do. Just going to double check this. It's silage. It's silage. Right, so the contracts are all silage. So, but the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make all of the bales. There we go. There's our little round baler. It's not mint, but it'll do. I'd love to get a bigger one. The problem is there isn't a wrapper for it without going into modern technology. And I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to avoid modern technology. But yeah, this is going to take probably quite a while to get done. 4 fields. Got to wrap 3 of them. If I can bale them today, that would be a nice thing. If I can then wrap them in the next episode. Not much more we can do. If we don't get these contracts done, we're not going to get the money for it. And I'd like to use the money to fund some new farm upgrades. I would like a bigger sheep pen to start with. I'd like to try and get some cows in. I think we'd probably go down the route of just the meat cows, as I call them. You know, the Anguses, because I don't really have to mess around with TMR then. I can just feed them hay and we can get on with it. That is looking really nice. 2 bales already. If we look on the map, this is the one thing I like about having the better contracts mod. If you click the details, it tells you how many bales. So field 9 only wants me to sell 4 bales. Field 8 is 4 bales and 2 bales. I only need to sell 6 bales. Selling 6 bales is pretty... So we'll call it 7 bales. Should cover all 3 fields. But that's what I really like about doing the... using that mod. The fact that it tells you how many bales roughly it wants you to sell. And I can more than live with having a lot of extra silage bales. And the good thing is with it is it gives us instant silage as well. Because it's a contract. Like if we turn our field into silage, we've got to wait for it to change to silage. We do a contract, instant silage. But as you can see, this is going to take us quite a while to get done. So I think the best thing we can do is turn the music on, listen to some songs, and get all this built. It might be quite a big time lapse. I kind of not the biggest fan of this baler, but it's what we could afford at the time. Alright, there we go guys. That is all I'm going to do right now. I'm going to, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll just quickly start this field just so I know where I can leave it. I don't want to spend too much time doing the same job all episode. You can always do a little bit more baling in like, I don't know, 10 minutes kind of thing, you know. Get another, like a little job done or something, come back. Just want to tidy this up though so I don't keep driving in it. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit of an easier way of doing things at the moment because we do have a lot of grass bales to make. We're making grass bales on nearly all our series at the moment because that's kind of just the position we're in. So yeah, there's not really much we can do about that. I know I'm going to drag that across that hedge, that fence there. Come on. Just need it to, there we go. Just want to start that so I know where I am. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get all of that. Oh, I am going to have to slightly move this. Oh, I've done so well not to use super strength lately, and then get something like that happens. But I'll put that over there. Like I say, we've got some bales, so I don't want to sell any bales though until we're in a position where we can until they're all made, because I've had it before where contracts bug out a little bit. Like if you don't finish them, they come up basically stating that, oh, if I log out and I log back in, the field will be saying it's done and all the grass will have disappeared, even though I know fine well we haven't finished it. I've had that happen on about 3 different maps now, so I'm going to presume it's the way the game is. I reckon we just quickly do a couple of them fertilizing contracts, maybe just, I don't know, 1 or 2 of them, see what comes up. we've got a few to do. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to break it up. If I'm going to have a lot of time lapses, I'd rather at least have time lapses doing different jobs. Plus, we've technically baled 2 fields now. We just got to wrap them. Right, so let's have a look. Which one's 11? I'll tell you what, let's go and do 44 and 45. Because they're probably going to be next to each other. Yeah, look, they're down there. Let's go and fertilise 44 and 45. And be next to each other. I'm still looking at maybe selling that honey, to be honest. I'm thinking maybe sell a bit of honey. I want to buy field 8/9 as soon as possible. I'd like to do it to bring in a cow shed. I'd like to do it to maybe bring in a bigger sheep area as well. A little bit unsure though on how we're gonna bring in a bigger sheep one to keep it old looking, because the barns are relatively new, you know, new looking buildings. It's the only thing that puts me off with them. But 18 sheep's not really gonna do us anything, really. Right, I'm not in a position to be able to go straight ahead due to them trees, so we're gonna have to do one field at a time, which is fine. It's not gonna take long. It's gonna take like a couple of minutes per field, really. Wow, 10% done already. I'll live with that. Yeah, I forgot about when we were baling all that grass in. I forgot about all the grass in between the trees. So, yeah, that's another reason to buy them 2 fields. I get to chop the trees down, sell the trees, make some money back. If we can buy the one closest to the trees first, if you give me a second to look. We can buy field 8 first. We will get all the woodland area as well. And we would be in a position to put the cow shed in the tree line. So if we chop the trees down, put the cow shed there, that way we can use A, the wood to fund the cow shed, and 2, get rid of some trees without losing grass space. Like for example, if I bought field 44, I'd put it in that tree line there. Why wouldn't you? But yeah, that's kind of the idea. It was nice to be on Attingham yesterday. I could have done Attingham again today on my own, but Mr. Diolo wasn't available today to join, so I was like, well, there's not much point. I'd rather just wait. Plus, I haven't been on this map now for like so long. It feels like so long, even though I know it's like only been a few days. It just feels so long. I've just been enjoying each and every series that we're doing at the moment. There's just, yeah, like, you know, the Greenland series, we were like, you know, but every series at the moment is just awesome. And like I say, I'm gonna bring the Northern Coast to live streams as soon as my internet is in a position to let me do it. Yeah, I wanna get that, like, can't really tell where I've been. I think it's there. Yeah, definitely there. Right, I've got a bit of an overlap. This should be nearly done, to be honest. Maybe one more pass. I don't even think it's a full pass, to be honest. It would be nice to be on about 50%. It just means it's not even, look at that, 60 something percent. And this time I know exactly where I've been. If I can get these 2 fields done to one sprayer full of fertilizer, that would be fantastic. Like I said, there's no point time-lapsing absolutely everything. These fields, I feel, are not big enough to be time-lapsed. This Ford is absolutely awesome. Although I tell you what I have got, and I'm in two minds if to bring it on this series or if to bring it in on the Northern Coast series. Now, I don't want to give too much away. If you want to know about the Northern Coast, you'll have to watch the live streams. But yeah, there's a tractor I want to bring. There's a tractor mod I've got. Now, my only issue with the tractor mod that I'm talking about is it is really cheap. But I didn't set the price. Like I said, I don't change the prices for anything. You know, the price of the tractor is what the modder set it to, and it's his mod. Yeah, it wasn't a mod hub mod. I have been looking at non-mod hub mods lately. I don't normally do that, just because it's easy to keep them updated through mod hub. But with someone like me who has mods on mod hub, I know how much of a pain in the ass Giants can be with the pickiness. Now, don't get me wrong, it's just Giants been like, I want this top quality mod, you know, we don't let crap in, which is fair enough. I understand that. The problem is, you know what I mean, it's like I always wanted to call my Raging Reapers Farmers Market Raging Reapers, or something related to the channel. Giants wouldn't allow it, which I think is absolutely stupid. If I create a mod, I should be able to call it what I want. You know what I mean? Alright, yeah, it's a little bit of advertisement, but if I create a mod, why shouldn't I? You know what I mean? So yeah, you kind of get the idea. But yeah, I've started looking about for other mods, and I've found a really nice tractor mod. So I forgot to check. Keep checking in that top corner. 97. Right, let me just show you it now before I forget. There it is. It's the TW35 Ford tractor. 190 brake. It's exactly 2 brake horsepower for what the tractor was in real life. So yeah, kind of really like that. But my only issue, well, saying that, I have got an... Oh, it's 28 grand. It doesn't say what the upgrade is, but it does say there's a total price 28 grand. So yeah, whatever that is, 28 grand. I'm happy with it at 28 grand. More than happy, because it's a relatively big tractor. It could fit this series, but it will fit the Northern Coast series even better. But like I said, I can't give too much away without giving it away. Unless I bring it in on both, but then I don't like to use the same tractors on everything. Right. I'm just wondering, while we're here, I'm just wondering if I just leave this here in the road, because this is our farm track anyway. I know there's other farmers and that around here, but what I'm thinking is, while I'm here, I just realised as well, guys, I didn't increase the time. I've still been on 0.5 all day, so I do apologise for that. It's not something I like to do. I didn't even realise. Yeah, that sucks. I genuinely just don't like being on 0.5 when I'm playing in a game. Like, if I was live streaming, I'd probably be on like 1, because my live streams can last from anywhere from like an hour to 8. Depends how chatty they are. Like I say, before my internet completely died out for upload, yeah, you used to have quite an active live stream over on Twitch. But I am going to be jumping over onto a bit of restreaming probably. I don't see the harm in doing a little bit of restreaming, a bit of get the channel back out there when we're able to. There we go. Yeah, if we get this done, what have we done? We've baled 2 fields. We've fertilised 2 fields. We'll have sown 1 field. It's quite a productive day, to be honest. I tell you what, just to catch up on a little bit of time, I'm going to put it on 10 while we do this field. Just to try and catch up a little bit of time that we've kind of had wasted, been on 0.5. Yeah, the Massey Ferguson MF326 is doing us really, really well at the moment. It does help us get these sowing contracts done quite a bit quicker than the old one. I think it's 1.6 meters wider, 1.5, 1.6 meters wider than our old one. So yeah, every couple of strips, it's basically 3 of the old one. Right, I'm gonna just do a headland here because I don't want to keep hitting that tree there. So if I can do this, that would be good. There we go. Whoa, I didn't realise there was a big bump in there. Right, there we go. 55% seed, so 473 litres. More than enough to get this field done. Like I say, I could time lapse this again, but like I say, these are the kind of fields that it's not really worth doing. I only time lapse the baling because you have to stop to let the bales out every time. There we go. Hardly using any seed whatsoever. This is fantastic. I really don't like driving in other people's fields. Come on, lower. It takes forever to lower this seeder. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, we do need to get the rest of the bales made. We need to then get them wrapped. Wrapping's going to be quite a slow process. Obviously we've got the same wrappers we have on Bally Springs, but we have it on Bally Springs because we literally have no money. We are allowed newer equipment, we just didn't have the money to buy one. Hence why we're using the old one. It fits the series, it fits both series perfectly in my eyes. I'm going to hit that tree, I think. Oh no, maybe not. Wow. Yeah, it takes such a long time to lower this tool. Yeah, I'm thinking the money we're going to make, we should have enough money to buy a couple of new fields very, very soon. And I'm really, really looking forward to being able to cash that income in and be like, yes, let's go buy some fields. Let's maybe buy a field, put a cow barn in. You know, feed them some hay. We don't have any hay. Oh, we've got rain coming. Right, we've got rain due in the next hour or two. That's devastating. Would have been nice not to have had rain. Right, we're 56% done. Yeah, that baling needs to get done ASAP, especially our grass field, because our grass field's going to be kept for grass. Would be nice to keep the bales out of the rain. Yeah, this is just working really, really well. We know exactly what we've got to do with our nice big list of contracts. I feel like we're slowly making our way through them, and I don't mean like at a rate that's like, ooh, a bit unrealistic. Oh, you can't do that many jobs in a day. Now, like I say, we've done a few extra jobs today than I would have liked, just because I forgot to change the time. So May's going to have quite a few contracts completed this month, but accidents happen. I always lower it to 0.5 when I finish recording, just in case I want to like park the tractors up or anything. I don't want to waste too much time, you know, off recording, you see. That's why we do it. so we don't miss anything. And yeah, just sometimes I forget to change the time back. That is literally all it is. I don't intentionally change the time to gain an advantage. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I was so tempted today, this week, to not do an old European episode. You know, with us just starting the Bally Spring one, I was so tempted to just do Bally Spring. And get that one up and running a little bit more. But, you know, I'll do a couple of days of this. Like I said, today should have really been an Attingham episode, but I can't do now if no one's available for the co-op. I am really contemplating changing it from co-op so that I don't have to rely on other people to be about. Like I say, we're only a small YouTube channel, so we don't have an abundance of players. But I changed the days Attingham was recorded because that's when people said they were available, and then obviously people are still not available, and it's like, yeah. So I am really contemplating changing it to single player. Like I say, it's not to screw anyone over or to let anyone miss out. It's just I don't mind playing the Attingham Core series on my own. I just don't really like to do it. I just feel like, well, if it's a co-op series, it should be co-op. 94%. How is this not done yet? You said 94% on the other one. You can't say 93 if one says 94. It's either 93 or 94. I feel like we got a lot done though in this episode. Like an absolute bomb load done. Yeah, I just need to go and get the grass bales off that other field now. That's the problem. There we go. I can't believe how close that was to the end. I suppose it didn't help all these little strips that I missed. But yeah, done. I feel like that puts us in a really good place in the series. We've done some more contracts. We'll cash them jobs in a minute when we get back to the farm. And then we'll... Wow, yeah, so we need some seed. We're going to need some fertilizer. Yeah, I am so looking forward to buying some new land. I think Field 8 is kind of the one I want to be on, but I think that's a very expensive field. I could put the new sheep and the cow area here on our grass field. The problem is we wouldn't give us a grass field then to feed them. So yeah, that, you know what I mean? I'm in like a catch-22 of what I can do and what I can't do. But yeah, if anyone's got any ideas, like I say, I think Field 8 is kind of the one I want to go for. Like I say, it's just putting it into a position where we've got the money for it, because I think Field 8 is a relatively big field. I was hoping one of those kind of fields was going to come up on auction, but it turned out to be auction different. I could always, worst case scenario, could always just bid on the auction field and put a cow barn in that one, but it's a long way to travel with hay and grass and things like that. Right, let's just put that on there. Let's put that over there. Let's have a look. Contracts complete. So 1,000, 1,000, 1,800. We now have a new fertilizing contract come up for field 22. That's not far away either, is it? 22. Oh, that's the one we already sowed. Right, okay. Something's not right here, guys. I might need to look on the last episode. If we just jump over here. We didn't take the payment for field 22. This happened. This is a bug that I found on Farming Simulator 22. I completed this contract, but I didn't cash it out. So what happens is I then slept and I went into May, and it's instantly grown the crop in the ground, but it hasn't given me the contract. I knew something wasn't right this morning. I thought I had 22 to cash it out. I went to cash it out and I was like, oh, I must have already done it, but I haven't. That's why this here is saying it's not done. It is being done, but it's a bug that I've found on this series. So yeah, I didn't get field 22 payment for sowing the field, which is a huge, like, screw you kind of thing. What I'm gonna do, I've just got a couple of minutes left. I think we'll just do a little bit more baling on our little field. Although, to be fair with you, I could really go and do with baling that big ass field down there. It's actually probably less grass on that field than there is on ours, because that field is not as wide as ours. And like I say, we won't lose any grass or anything like that, because this is all for us, this field. And like I say, I'm not going to wrap every single bale. I'm going to keep the bales as yeah, I'm going to keep the bales as grass, and I'm only going to do the silage for what I need. Now I do want to sell a little bit of excess silage, but so what we'll do is we'll count how many bales we've got, and then I'm thinking we might half them. That way I can sell half of them, and then I'll keep the other half for grass. If I need any silage, I can just wrap one of the grass bales I've got at any point. That's what I'm thinking, just to try and keep. Like I said, I don't know. I personally don't need silage until I get cows, and we don't know how long it's going to be till we can get the cow shed bought. I'm thinking of just going for. I found, like, on Mod Hub, there's a self-made cow shed. Kind of fits what I'm kind of going for, because like I've said, it's got to be up to 2000s or like a homemade device. Because let's be fair, if somebody makes a tool, yeah, they could make it in 2023, but if it's homemade, it's homemade. You know what I mean? There's not really exactly a massive production date. So I have always said that I would take homemade tools no matter what, or implements or buildings. But there is a self-made cow shed on Mod Hub. I have downloaded it, but I'm just kind of telling you where it is, and I'm thinking we will use that. And that's maybe what we'll put our cows in. I think it holds about 30 cows maybe. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. But if you look now, that is this field. By the time we've done this field will be done, and then it's just our personal field. Now we can wrap and bale our field whenever we want, but I feel like this puts us in a really good position to get these contracts done. It's like in the next episode, we can just spend the first 10 minutes wrapping bales. Like I said, whatever the bale count is, we'll just half them. I think it's going to be a lot easier to do that than it is to just wrap them all. I've got a bale counter, but the problem is it counts all the bales. I should reset it after every time I do a contract, and then that way I'll know how many. Instead, I've got to go around now and count them all. Although saying that, I've got a better way of doing this. I could just wrap field 8 and 9, and keep all of 7 and 2. Well, obviously 2's ours anyway. That might be a better way of doing it. Scrap all of 7 and 9 and sell them. That will definitely complete those contracts. And I will keep all these grass fields from 7 and 2. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm going to do. But what I will probably do off recording is I'll probably move the bales from field 7. I've already baled them now, as you can see. I'll probably move them to the shed off recording. Try and keep them out of the rain best I can. That is looking really nicely done. So yeah, good place to be, definitely, on this episode. As I say, guys, I do massively appreciate everybody taking the time watching this series. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you enjoy all the series, or you like more than one video, you know, please think about hitting that subscribe button. It does mean a lot to a very small YouTube channel like myself. But until the next episode, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.